Hi and welcome to my very first video tutorial on basic HTML. Today I'm going to show you guys how to lay out your pages, save, and view them in your web browser. Alright, to begin with, the layout of an HTML document always begins with HTML. Here, you can see we have an opening tag and a closing tag. This here, this top one, is the opening tag, and this is the bottom closing tag, because we have the forward slash to define it as closed. Now, our next thing that we add to our page is a head tag. And what our head tag defines to the browser is meta tags, titles, things of that nature, links to external style sheets. So it's very important. You always need to include it. Then we're going to have our title. And our title is going to be Hello World. Okay, it's very simple. Alright, and as you can see, each one has an opening and closing tag. So as you can see, it highlights them for you, which is nice. And our next one is going to be a body tag. Now, everything that your viewer is going to see on your website is going to be contained within this body tag. Let me pull this up a little bit. Okay. Alright, so we're sitting here, we're looking at the body tag. Now, the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to add an H1 tag. But before I do that, this is the very basic HTML layout of all web pages. Learn it, get it memorized, get it down. It's always HTML, then your head, then your title, then your body, and that's it. Okay. You do need to put the doc type, which I don't have up here right now, but I'll put a link to it in my description, to declare a doc type to the browser for character encoding, what kind of HTML you're using, and so forth. It's always good to include that to keep it code compliant. Now, moving on, we're going to move to the H1 tag, which, as you can see here, defines the current document's body. Alright, that's for the body there. And it's an HTML heading. I call them header tags. H1 is the largest of the 6 that are usable, which is H1 through H6. Now we're going to say hello YouTube. Okay, so that'll be our head, and that's going to be right there on the front of our page, nice and big for us. Now we're going to do a paragraph defined by the P, and it opens and closed. And a paragraph is simply what it just says. It defines the paragraph for you guys. For the text, defines a paragraph. So we're going to say this is my very first web page. I am so excited to be learning HTML. Okay, so that's all we're going to type for that right there. Now, when you have this, I mean, this is very, very basic. We're going to have to save it so that you can view it on your web browser. To save, hit Control-S or File Save As, and we're going to name this test1.html. Okay. Save it to wherever you want on your computer. I'm saving it into my personal web server that I have here at home. But save it wherever you want on your computer, and I'll show you how to open this up 2 different ways. Okay, so let's close this real quick. And if we go to Places, come down here to my public HTML folder, you'll see here that I have test1.html. You can seriously just double click it. That's it. Double click, give it a second. It's an old computer, and it'll open up my Firefox web browser, or I believe this one might open up Conqueror. Nope, it's going to open up Firefox. So here you can see it says hello YouTube, which is our H1 tag, and then it says our paragraph right here, and this is our title right here, and we also have the title up top here. So that's a very basic page. Leave this open. I'm going to close it real quick, or actually I'm not going to close it. I'm going to hit my home button because it takes me to my personal server that I have here at home, and you can see I have it right here as well, and I can just click it and open it right up. So I'm going to leave that open for now, and you guys leave it open too. Go back to your editor. Alright, now we're going to add a div container real quick, and I'll show you guys what a div container does. Nope. Stop. The only bad thing about some of these autocomplete programs is that it can be a pain in the butt to use sometimes. Alright, there we go, div. And we're going to end our div. Okay. So if we save, Control S, and go back to our web browser and hit F5 to refresh, you'll see it moved down just a smidge. Not anything you really notice. A div container is just literally a box around the text, and what it does is it contains the information. So let's see if it pulls up. Defines a block section in a document. It provides no visual change by itself. Okay, so it literally just it puts like an invisible box around everything inside of it. So anything in between the highlighted div tags that you see here are going to be inside of an invisible box. Now we're going to set a style to it just to show you guys this box, because I know you can't see it right now, and I'm going to change the background color to black, and I'm going to change the font color to red. Save, come back here and hit F5 to refresh. Now you'll see the box. Okay, pretty simple. So maybe you don't want this box to stretch all the way across the page. Maybe you only want it to stretch 200 pixels, 300 pixels. Come over here, put width, and I'll set it to 350 pixels. Save it, come back to your web browser here, and hit F5. And you can see now it's 350 pixels, and it contains everything still within inside the box. Okay, so div containers are great for containing elements on a page. It makes it easier to move elements around when it comes to styling and laying out later on with CSS. Now I'm going to show you guys next a span tag. Now a span tag is very useful when you want to just target a certain small section of text, or maybe a picture or something of that sort. So we're going to hit span, and then we're going to hit, hold on, and I'm going to change the color of this word here to blue. Okay, now I'm going to come over here right behind and end my span tag. Okay, and click save. Alright, go back to our web browser and hit F5. Oh, wait, typo here. Let's see, and this is something very common. Oh, there we are. My apologies. Okay. And it happens to the best of us. But now you see just web page is blue. And that's what a span tag does. It allows you to target a specific section or a specific element on the page without having to change everything. So it's easy to do that. And that's pretty much the very basics of HTML. Is right here. Just the layout. Remember, you have your HTML tags open and close. And then you have your head tag, your title, your body, your div if you are using a div to contain your text, a header. You can do H1 through H6, H1 being the largest, H6 being the smallest, and your paragraph tag. So that's pretty much the bare basics of HTML. Stay tuned for our next tutorial. We'll start covering lists and also more styling. I'm going to show you guys CSS external style sheets as well, so that we can start getting into an easy to maintain web page instead of having to inject it directly into here as I did on this tutorial. Alright, I hope you guys liked the video, and I hope it was easy to follow. If you have any questions, please comment below and I'll answer them as soon as I possibly can. Have a great day, guys.